What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Mana today. Mana is the native token on Decentraland. Decentraland is it's a metaverse blockchain, man. It's like actually the first metaverse coin that has came about, really. And I'm really excited about this coin, man. It's one of my most favorite coins, actually. I hold a very decent bag of this stuff. I've definitely been invested in this. It's one of the few coins that I'm actually invested in, and have been invested in. I'm on the Binance chart. I want to go to the Kraken chart for more historical data and just show you. Look at how bullish this chart is, man. Just higher highs, higher lows throughout its whole history, just phenomenal. And when it moves up, it does it in dramatic fashion. It takes its time going lower, very systematically going down, and then it just blows the hell up whenever it's ready to go. So, been around since 2017. It's an OG token in that respect, but it's also an OG token in the sense that, again, it's the first metaverse token, right? Let's think about it in crypto. Let's think about all the first coins out there, okay? So, like, the first coin, Bitcoin. Well, definitely a top dog, okay? The first coin to create smart contracts, which one was that? It was Ethereum. Look at how well it's doing. The first meme coin, Dogecoin. Top 10 coin, right there, right? The first exchange token, BNB. Look at how well they're doing, right? The first, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but the first decentralized exchange token was Uniswap's token, I think. And I mean, even if it wasn't, I mean, Uniswap is one of the first dexes to see mainstream uses, and it's doing really well. Just whenever you find your niche, your niche, whatever you want to call it in crypto, and you are the OG of that niche, that niche, you tend to remain relevant throughout time, right? And I think Mana being the first decentralized or the first metaverse token, I really think that it's going to remain relevant. XRP, the first coin that wanted to integrate banking into crypto, stuff like that. Like that was their whole mission statement at first. Very, very popular coin. But, it does very well. So I'm just saying, guys, like a lot of these coins, whenever they're, you don't have to have the best technology. Look at Bitcoin. It's a perfect example. You don't have to have the best technology to remain relevant. You just kind of have to be there first. And Mana is the very first metaverse token. And the metaverse, I think, is an untapped kind of well of wealth that we're going to see develop over the decades to come. And I think Mana, I know it might sound crazy. It's worth 29 cents right now, 29.3 cents right now. But I genuinely believe that by the end of this cycle, it stands a chance to hit this $100 level. $100 level. If not there, definitely somewhere above $30. I think that it does stand a chance to do a 100x, but to go all the way up to $100 would be an over 300x in price growth. This is insane, man. For a coin that's been around since 2017, for a coin that has a market cap of 540 million, that would give it a market cap. 300x would be $162 billion, a 162, and probably higher than that. It'd probably be like 170 billion or something like that, if it was to reach 100, maybe even higher than that actually. But I'm not going to do the actual math. But it's a it's over $100 billion, and I don't give most cryptos the credit for that. I don't think most cryptos deserve it. But you have an OG coin that's been around since 2017. It's also an OG in its own little niche space. Niche in its own little notch, whatever the word is, however you pronounce it. In its own special circumstances, it's the OG as well. I definitely think that this coin is deserving of that, man. It's a project that they've been working on, since it came out. They haven't given up on it. They keep doing work. It's not used. It's not used a lot. A lot of cryptos aren't used a lot, but I think that it's definitely deserving of a market cap that high. And we've seen market caps that go up to multiple hundreds of billions. So something that brings it to $100, which would be again, under a $200 billion market cap, I think that that's completely possible. And maybe it doesn't achieve that. If this is the low, let's consider that that's the low right there for this cycle. If it's lower, then these numbers only grow, right? I'll show you, right? If I move this, you see how those bars go up. Now they're off the screen. So if it goes lower, these numbers only get higher. But the minimum extension, if we were to break this all-time high, would be all the way up at about $14. Then you have a $21 and the $40 range. This is kind of like your expected zone to hit whenever you're looking for extensions. Sometimes, and often enough too, you do see deeper extensions. You might even go up to your 2272. I wouldn't expect that, but something that's above $40 is completely possible. It's completely at play, in my opinion. But if not above there, at least somewhere from here to here would be expected. And from the current price to go to the minimum target, that would still be a 48x. That'd be a 48x. To the 1618, that would be 140x. So that's really, even if it doesn't hit $100, it's still very, very substantial price growth from the current price, right? And I'm not buying more mana right now personally. I've already loaded up my bags. I'm just waiting. I mean, maybe I will buy more. Not maybe. I'll definitely buy more if we go below 20 cents. But I'm kind of convinced, you guys, the whole point of this video, besides just blowing smoke up Mana's ass here, is that I do think this could be the low. This really could be the low. Now, there's a couple things I'm looking for to confirm that. If we're looking here on the daily, looking at the RSI, you've got some bullish divergence here, right, on your, if these arrows would go away. Low here, higher low there, lower low there. You have bullish divergence here, kind of a double bottom in its own respect as well. And you moved up with volume kind of increasing here, right? Now you've come down, and you've got this wick down here, but you're up. You had a nice little bounce there. Where did you bounce from? From low to high on this relative fib, you literally tipped the 618, the golden ratio itself. Look it up, 61.83, I forget what it is, but 618% is the golden ratio of the universe, man. It's actually a number that is respected throughout nature, throughout psychology, and on the charts themselves. And this was like literally a tip right off that. So if we can maintain this as support and not go below it, I think that Mana has proven itself that it has found its bottom. That it has found its bottom for the cycle, and that it's getting to be go time. Getting to be go time does not mean that I think it's going to make this $100 move this year. We've got 3 months left in this year. I don't think that it's going to happen this year. I don't think it'll be at $100 by the end of next year even, but definitely, I mean, by the end of next year we could be above, we could be at new all-time highs, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time is what I'm trying to get at. Just because it's like go time, the bottom's in, doesn't mean that it's like actually go time. Things are taking off to the moon now. They could, but more likely than not, we would kind of like crawl our way back up to the all-time highs, having volatility, here and there, finding resistance at previous areas of resistance and support, and then once we get up to the all-time highs, we'll have a nice break that will really take us up higher. But that's further down the line. What I really want to talk about is the idea that this could be the low and what to look for if it's not. So if we get a day that goes below this line, that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't mean that this is the idea of this being the low is infringed on at all. But if we close below the 618, that will start to look a little bit more bearish, that we do actually go lower than this, especially if we close below the 0.69, the 28.3 cent area. If we close below that, I would expect that we are probably going to see these deeper extensions down into 25 cents to 23 cents, potentially even below 20 cents, or around 20 cents, something like that could happen. But we're not there yet, so I guess that's the one thing to watch for. If you're looking to get into Mana, I think that it's a great time now. Personally, I really do think it's a good time. This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but we just bounced off the 618 previous area of support in price as well. So if we go back here, previous area of support as well. So I think that it's good enough there. But if we do go below it, if we close below it specifically, then things might change, and it really could drop about 50% from here if it wanted to, because the previous kind of area as far as price goes, where we've had resistance or some kind of where we could look to find support, would be all the way down here below 15 cents, kind of at 12.5 cents there. So we could go pretty low. We very well could go lower than that. Or I guess, I don't know, maybe. I'm sorry, looking back over here. Let's look at it on the monthly. Maybe that'll give us a little bit more. Because you are finding right now support at this previous all-time high. The monthly closing high right there, that's at 15 cents. Okay, that's what I was originally thinking, but I was just going off of what I saw at first. But yeah, 15 cents, that sounds a little bit more appropriate. Let's see, from this low to this high here. Yeah, 15 cents is kind of right near this 1618. So that could be where we go ultimately, and that is about a 40 to 50% drop from here. So just be aware of that. But even with that being said, man, my bags are packed for Mana. I'm ready to go. I'm excited about this coin, and that's really all I have to say. So if you guys like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye, man. That is a nice looking four. Look at that. Bullish divergence. You got double bullish divergence on your 4-hour, man. I love to see it. I think that's the low, man. I really do. Anyways, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.